How it is free from mental effort. Verse 12. Meditative stability of supreme quality, being real meditative stability, is beyond thought, without applying thought or purifying in accordance with nature. From thought itself wisdom springs forth. There is no possibility to find something with mind. In Dzogchen teaching, our real nature is explained as Kadak and Lundrup. Lundrup means that all qualifications, Yunten, are self-perfected. Nothing is missing. Since the beginning, we have Yonten Chempo, total qualifications, and Samten means being in our real nature in the state of contemplation. How can we discover all these qualifications? Simply by being in the state of contemplation. If we are searching and doing analysis, we cannot discover or find anything. When we are not thinking, searching, training or doing something, then whatever is arising, be it thoughts or emotions, this is wisdom if we relax in the state. Qualification is just that. Wisdom will not arise in one day. In sutra style, we have to do Shine and Latong. Shine is a calm state. It is for discovering emptiness. In sutra, they say that emptiness is the absolute truth, and we have to remain in it as much as possible. They remain in emptiness in a single pointed way. This is called Shine. Latong means insight, like a manifestation of its qualifications. But how and when will that manifest? In Sutra, they say that by remaining in Shine or emptiness as much as possible, then one day Sundrup will manifest and mature. So they remain in this passive way until something arises. This is the Mahayana Sutra system, but in Vajrayana and Dzogchen teachings, it is not the way. When we are doing Shine, we remain in a relaxed state together with all kinds of thoughts and emotions. When they arise, if we are doing one-pointed fixation, they will stop arising and we continue to relax. But in Sutra, when a thought arises, they say it is not good and fixates sharply again. They repeat that until they are in a state of emptiness, without thought, and they think that now they have realized Shine. This is how Shine is represented in Sutra. In Vajrayana, it is taught that mitokpa means no thoughts, but it doesn't mean that there is not any thought. It means that when a thought arises, it has no power to distract. This is mitokpa. When you remain in a one-pointed way, of course, if you relax, a thought arises. If you notice the thought, it has no power. It only arises, but you remain in the calm state, and the thought disappears because you are not going after it. Then another thought arises, and you continue in the same way. If a thought distracts you, then you do fixation sharply again. In this way, you re-educate your mind. Even if a thought arises, it cannot dominate you, so you relax more and more. In the end, you can be in the calm state without distraction, even with thoughts. There is no problem, because thoughts have no function. In this way, we apply Latong practice. When you are doing like that, movement will manifest its qualifications, which is wisdom. You continue to practice that way without waiting for the day Latong will come and say, "Okay, I'm here now." It will never arise that way. In Dzogchen teaching, when all energy functions, movements and thoughts arise, we are aware of them and immediately we integrate them, not only relaxing. This is the Dzogchen method. For example, while you're doing practice, someone is coming there and moving around. So you say, "He is distracting me. I'm doing visualization or shine," etc. You don't like it. You are refusing it, thinking it is a problem. But this is a dualistic vision. It is not integrated. Tomorrow he comes again making noise, just like before, and you feel worse because you are tense and you think, "He is terrible. I cannot practice here." You go on in this way for a few days, and in the end you are upset and reject that place and go somewhere else. Therefore you are not integrating. You are living strongly in dualistic feeling. I'm here doing practice and noise is there. In Sutra method, noise is a problem. So you escape on a mountain to a very nice place and you are happy because the disturbing person is not there. But after a while, thousands of mosquitoes are coming to bite you. I had a very clear experience of that. After having received Dzogchen Semde, Long Day and Upadesha, I wished to do a personal retreat of Long Day with Nongzog Jalpo Heruka practice. A family I knew had a retreat place in a forest where someone had built a very nice house. I went to see it and it was very good, so I said, "I don't want to go back. I will remain here for 1 week doing a practice retreat." So they went away, and the day after they were supposed to come back with food and so forth. I was very happy living there and doing practice, but the next morning hundreds of monkeys arrived, trying to open the windows, making noise and jumping everywhere, so I could not do any practice. I was surprised because at that time I did not have the knowledge of Dzogchen teaching, and I was living very much in a dualistic vision, so I thought, "This place is nice, but there are many monkeys, so it's not very good." Later, when I learned Dzogchen teaching, I learned also that fire is not burning fire. This means that if we have a problem with the 5 elements, but we integrate with that, no problem arises. If someone is making noise, you don't think, "I'm here, he is there making noise." This is dualistic vision. Rather, we try to integrate with the sound or movement. If we are training in this way, our tensions diminish day after day. Sometimes, during a practice, we sound ah and hum. Also, when we fly in an airplane, there is a continuous sound of hum or ah, so we don't need to say hum or ah for doing practice. If we integrate, we won't feel disturbed by it. In business class, they always give you something for closing your eyes and ears. This is normal. But if we integrate, then we don't need anything. We can integrate and do practice automatically. Integration is very important in the Dzogchen teaching. In the state of contemplation, we don't need to produce or manifest anything. If emotions or thoughts arise, they are wisdom. There is nothing else that is called wisdom. So we have to be in that state.